Hi, me again. This will be another very quick video. I just wanted to introduce you to this course's specific policy regarding AI usage. Make sure that you watch this video, listen carefully. You will be taking a very short quiz on the content of the video. So, AI is helpful in some ways, and I also find it to be extremely detrimental to the learning process in other ways. One of the ways that I find it to be more harmful is something called generative AI. So if you were wondering like, oh, I use Grammarly to spell check and help my grammar, technically that's also using AI for help, but using it to check your grammar is okay. That's not generative AI because it's your work. It's just showing you need a comma here. Generative AI is when you go to something like a ChatGPT or any type of student help and you put the prompt for a discussion question or an essay in there and you have it write for you your response. And then you submit a computer's work as your own work. That is generative AI. Generative AI is also saying, can you make me an outline for a 2-page paper covering these topics? And then it gives you the outline and you write it in. That way seems a little more innocent, but it is not necessarily, because crafting an essay and deciding what part should go first, what part should go second, what should I talk about next, that's part of the writing process, and it's building in us good constructive skills, critical thinking skills, all types of important things we need to know how to do, not just as students, but as people. We need to know how to do these things ourselves. So using it to help create any part of your work, really anything other than like spelling and grammar checking, is generative AI, is absolutely not allowed in this course. So let's talk about what happens if you submit something with the use of generative AI. And the reason I'm doing this video and quiz is because it's really important for you guys to understand what you are risking before you do it. So if you use generative AI for a significant portion of any assignment, a few different things could happen. One, you could get a 0 on the assignment with the chance to resubmit it. 2, you could get a 0 with no chance to resubmit it. And 3, you could actually fail the entire class. It's just, you fail the class, it's over. There's a very serious consequence for a very serious academic violation. And it's up to the discretion of your instructor to decide kind of which tier you are in and what the consequence will be. You will also be meeting with the instructor, myself, on Zoom to talk about it. It's a great idea to do your work in something like Word or Google Docs where it saves different versions. But you will, you'll have to meet with them. There's a few other things, like I think there's like a remedial program that Eastern has, but it's a very, very serious thing that could lead to the failure of the entire course. So really important to be upfront about that with you all now so that you understand that it is, 1, completely not worth it, but 2, I'll just say really briefly, when you outsource your thinking to a computer, it might not seem like a big deal. It's just one discussion question. It's just one essay. It's just one fill in the blank. It might not seem like that big of a deal. But as you are outsourcing your own thoughts, your own thinking, your own engagement with the subject matter, you are actually losing your ability, your capabilities to think critically. So it compromises your integrity as a person, which is very serious all on its own. And it also, it sounds dumb, but MIT just did a study. You can go online and fact check me on this, but they're looking at brain scans of people that regularly use AI, generative AI, and there's already less brain activity in certain areas of the brain from using these tools. I don't want that for you. Like I said, I'm a student, so I have this same temptation, but I don't want it for myself. We need to make sure that we're not just going through education to pass a class and get a degree, but we want to transform, we want to become and grow through the process. So thanks so much for listening to this, and make sure you take that quiz regarding this class's policy for AI usage.